Cool. So we're going to do a grounding meditation, and I'm going to give you the playlist. I gave you the playlist, yeah? You have the playlist. It should be in the chat. I'll just send it again if somebody joined a bit late. Here's the playlist. So we'll start that one together. We're going to do a short grounding meditation, and then I wanted to do 3 rounds of Kapalabhati. Kapalabhati is sometimes called the bellow breath, the fire breath. It's an energizing practice. It's an energizing pranayama. Basically, what you do is you sit and you exhale. You exhale strongly, and you try to exhale with your diaphragm. You want to try and push your diaphragm up. So the easiest way is if I just quickly demonstrate it, it's this. So I really try and exhale as much as I can through my nose. If you're doing this for the first time, it helps to place your hand on your belly, and you almost want to like give it a little push on the belly. So, and you're not actually thinking about breathing in. So because you exhale so strongly, you automatically inhale a little bit. So you just focus on the exhale, and we're going to do 2 rounds of 20 and 1 round of 30. So we'll do just 20 times. And then after the last one, after the 20th, you'll fully exhale and then hold the empty lungs for 3 to 5 breaths or 3 to 5 counts. If you're familiar with the locks, you can engage Mula Bandha and Uddiyaya Bandha. Hold for 3 to 5 counts, empty lungs, and then take a big full inhale, filling your entire lungs. Again, engaging the bandhas. If you're not familiar, don't worry about it. Holding for 10 counts. And then releasing, drawing in. And again, 20 counts, exhale, hold on empty lungs, 3 to 5 counts. Inhale fully, hold 5 to 10 counts, exhale, and so forth. But I'll be guiding you through it, so don't have to remember all of that. Cool. If you start to feel dizzy, if you start to feel very nauseous, just stop the practice and come to a normal breathing. Yeah, otherwise there's not really much precautions in this one, especially if we're only doing 30 repetitions. But if you start to feel very uncomfortable, if blood is rushing to your face, just take a couple of breaths and slow down. Also in the holding, the retention part, you can hold for longer or you can hold for shorter. Don't feel that you have to do exactly the same duration as I have given you. Yeah, and if you're super familiar with the practice, you can obviously go at your own speed. Cool, that's it. So that was the spleen. I hope you're okay with going a little bit over. The playlist is 1 hour exactly, so we should finish at 11:10. If you need to go sooner, that's okay. So hit play on your device in 3, 2, 1, go. So I don't have that. Sorry, I just need to change something. Okay. All right. Okay, no, this is not going to work. I can't hear my music. Sorry, give me 1 second. Okay, now we're good. Sorry about that. Let's restart the playlist if we can. So just restart the playlist so we start at the same time. And then we're good to go. Sorry about that. So come into a comfortable seat somewhere on your mat. You can also do this laying down. And just take a few moments to get comfortable in your body, whatever that may mean. I like to have a little bit of micro movements through my neck, through my shoulders. Maybe you run your hands over your thighs, your knees. Maybe you give a gentle squeeze to your feet. I highly invite you to touch a part of your skin that is free and just activate your senses. Activate your senses and try to feel as much as you can. Try and notice the connection to the ground. If you're sitting on a cushion, a block, or on your mat, maybe some parts are really hard, some parts are really soft. Maybe you're wearing different types of fabric, different types of clothes. Can you feel a difference there? Notice the temperature in the room, the temperature of your body. Maybe certain parts of your body are nice and warm. Maybe your fingers or toes are cold. Just try to notice as much as you can. And then start to notice your breath. No need to change or adopt or modify your breath in any way. Notice how the air comes in and out of your nose. And maybe after one of your inhales, you let out a soft, gentle. Maybe there's another one or none at all. And over the next couple of exhales, I would like to invite you to sink a little bit deeper into your body and into the stillness and into the present moment. Maybe setting the intention and the idea that you want to be present with your body and your practice for the next 60 minutes. And then we'll take a couple of breaths in stillness. Try to notice your entire body and the entire cycle of breath in and out. And then slowly taking your last few breaths. And then slowly coming back into the room. You can keep your eyes closed or open them up. And we're gonna start to come into the Kapalabhati, Anusara breath. So just to repeat, we're gonna inhale, exhale, sharp, strong exhale, hand on your belly if you like, 20 times. After the last one, you hold your breath, engage the bandhas for 3 to 5 counts. Afterwards, you inhale fully, full expansion of the lungs, the biggest inhale, and hold for 10 counts. Exhale fully. Inhale, prepare, and second and third round. The third round will be 20 pumps. Take a small inhale to prepare. Exhale, release. Inhale, prepare. Last one. Hold for 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Engage the bandhas. Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale, release. Inhale to prepare. Pump. Last one. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Engage the bandhas. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale. Last round, 30 counts this time. Inhale and pump. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long inhale. Hold, engage the bandhas, and this time hold for as long as you feel comfortable, so drawing the pelvic floor up, your diaphragm down. Hold and stay with the breath for as long as you feel comfortable. And when you're ready, release and come to natural breathing. And just take a couple of breaths and just notice the sensation in your body. Let your breath eventually come back to normal and natural. Through this breath, we highly activate the body and the cells. We saturate ourselves with CO2. And then slowly, when you're ready, start to make your way onto all fours. We're all going to come into tabletop position. And in your tabletop, take a few moments to explore your spine. To explore your spine, your neck, and your shoulder. You can do some cat and cows. You can roll your shoulders over your wrists, do squares, rolls, eights. Maybe you want to tuck your toes, sink your hips back to your heels. Whatever you do, just get familiar with your body this morning. Feel free to also change the position of your hands so your fingertips face to the left and to the right, maybe towards the back of your knees. Activate your wrists, your elbows, and also your shoulders. Try to especially discover this place in between your shoulder blades, where it's almost like you can imagine somebody places an orange in between your shoulder blades and you want to squeeze that orange with your scapula, with your shoulders, and then lifting back up. And whatever you're doing, breathe. Maybe even close your eyes. And then eventually you'll extend your right leg back out behind you. Roll through your ankle a couple of times. And then press your toes down into the ground, your right toes, and try to push your right heel into the ground. So your right heel is trying to get to the ground. Push more into the hands and start to open through your shoulders as your left knee comes up, and it's almost as if you're moving into a half downward facing dog. Notice the stretch on your right leg as you take a big inhale, and with a soft sigh, you release, come down to the ground. Inhale, the left leg straightens out. Roll through your ankle, left and right. And then place that foot down to the ground. Push the left heel into the ground. Push, push, push. Notice the stretch at the base of your foot. And then as you push more, opening through your shoulders, right knee lifts. Notice how the stretch starts to run up towards your left knee. Stay here, take a big inhale, notice the stretch. And then exhale, release, come back down. And then tuck both of your feet to the ground, both toes to the ground, and come to sit on your toes for just a couple of moments. Try to get all of your 10 toes to the ground. Especially for me, it's this little pinky toe that always tries to escape and not come to the ground. And really allow your weight to sink onto your toes and onto the balls of your feet. Try to breathe. Notice the sensation. Maybe even interlace your hands and have a few rolls through your wrists. As you're rolling through your wrists, I don't want your elbows to flare out. I want you to keep the forearms together. And then I want you to have a little bit of resistance in your wrist. So we're not just doing the floppy roll. I want you to have resistance in the wrist. So you're actually working. And then make sure you go the other way. Nice. And then release the fingers, shake them out. Extend the hands in front of you. Open, spread your fingers wide, as big as you can. Then slowly contract, make a fist. Squeeze the fingers together. Open up, close, open for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Rotate your hands up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake out your arms. Take one last breath on your toes. I haven't forgotten. And then slowly come out back to your tabletop. Flip your toes, maybe wiggle your toes. Maybe tap them to the ground. That usually feels really nice. Oof. I love the shaking. And then eventually make your way into your first downward facing dog. In your down dog, allow yourself to explore, to move, pedal your legs left, pedal your legs right. Maybe let out a big sigh. And notice the different parts of your feet and your hands that connect to the ground. Ground your fingertips and ground your toes. Draw your lower belly in. Try to open through your shoulders. Create a little bit more length in your chest, in your heart space. Can you get a little bit more space in your chest? Take one more breath. And then on an inhale, slowly round yourself forward. Come to a high plank. Push those heels back, straighten the knees, draw your lower belly in, push through your shoulders. Remember that orange, push it away. And then breathe. And then really slowly lower your knees to the ground. Keep your toes tucked as you sink your belly towards the ground. So you're coming into this cow shape. Try to keep an engagement and try to lengthen a little bit more through your chest. Maybe you draw your chin gently forward and create a little bit more length. And then without changing anything else, start to sink your hips back towards your heels, coming into an active child's pose. Sink your head towards the ground. So you're now in more cat position. And then from this cat position, round back forward, come to a tabletop. Lift the knees off the ground. Push your hips back, downward facing dog. Couple more times. Inhale, round forward, high plank. Push the heels back, belly in. Lower the knees down to the ground. Drop the belly, create space in your chest. Sink the hips down, active child's pose, lower your forehead. Like a cat, roll yourself forward, big back. Push your shoulders forward, then the knees lift off, downward facing dog. Inhale forward. Drop the knees, drop the belly, create the space, shift hips back. Round forward, you know the drill. Knees lift, downward facing dog. Do this 2 more times in your own speed, in your own breath. Notice the movement. You can decide to keep the knees off the ground. This will make it harder, make it more challenging. Try to soften as much as you can through your spine. Try to feel the movement and the motion. We'll all meet back in a downward facing dog. In your down dog, start to tiptoe, walk yourself forward with tiny steps. Imagine you're walking on glass or on eggshells that you don't want to break. Maybe even sway your hips a little bit side to side, getting creative. Until eventually you come into your forward fold, feet hip width apart. Bend your knees. Grab your elbows if you like. Stay static or sway from side to side. Maybe your hands even come behind your head to gently draw yourself a little bit lower, if that feels nice. Some people like to grab the backs of their calves. Sometimes it's nice to interlace your hands behind your back. Find what works for you this Saturday morning. And whatever you do, breathe. Try to find that spot where you're holding tension and breathe into it. Release it. Create more length, create more ease. And then slowly start to bend your knees And from the base of your spine, start to roll yourself up. Keep your head light, your arms heavy. At the top, have an extra roll through your shoulders, through your neck. Maybe stretch your arms out, make yourself big. And then reach your hands up to the ceiling. Left arm, right arm, alternate. Lengthen through your side body. And then take a one big inhale. Maybe there's a gentle back bend. And then exhale, fold all the way forward, bending your knees. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release. Hands to the ground, step or jump, downward facing dog. On an inhale, round back forward. The exhale, lower the knees, sink the belly. Active child's pose to tabletop, to lifting the knees, to downward facing dog. 2 breaths in your down dog. Lengthen through your chest. And on your next inhale, lengthen, look forward, hop, step, or jump. Halfway lift and release. Bend the knees as you roll up all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, continue the flow. Up to the sky and exhale, fold. Halfway lift, lengthen. Release. Hop, step, jump, down dog. Roll forward, high plank. Knees lifted or touching. Back to downward facing dog. 2 breaths. For 1. For 2. On the inhale, lengthen, look forward. Take a hop. Lengthen up. Release. All the way up to standing. Gentle back bend. Hands to your heart. 2 more rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Lengthen. Release. Step or jump. Roll forward. Lower the knees. Active child's. Big cat tabletop. Lift the heels, knees, down dog. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. On the next inhale, lengthen, look forward. Hop, step, jump. Halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, roll up through the spine. Go slow. Notice these movements. Gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Take an extra breath. We're going to do the last round. And on this last round, I want you to slow it down even a bit more. Take your time. You can use my cues or you can go at your own pace. And the invitation is maybe even close your eyes. You know where we're going, you know the procedure. You can even change it to do it more your way. So let's take a breath in together. Soft exhale out. On the inhale, lift. The exhale, fold. Lengthen halfway. Fold. Step, hop, jump. Roll forward. Knees lower. Hips push back. Hips come forward. Knees lift. Downward facing dog. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale, look forward. Lift, lengthen, hop, step, jump. Halfway lift. Release. All the way to standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Nice. Take 3 breaths here. Notice the weight on your feet. Try to get equal weight on left and right foot. Try to have even weight on your feet. And then slowly shift your weight onto your left leg. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Lift the right knee up. Have a little wiggle on that right foot. Try to get it relaxed so it's like a floppy fish. Yeah, cool. And then I want you to bring your foot over the knee, just above the knee and kind of sideways. So see, my toes are gripping on the front of my knee. So this is a variation of tree pose. So your knee is kind of at a diagonal instead of 90 degrees out to the side. Yeah, so it's slightly different. And then you can bring your hands by your side. And then inhale, lift your hands up. Maybe lift your gaze up. Maybe close your eyes. And those who have been with me already this week, if this is still easy, please do a backflip. And otherwise, just stay here, balance, find something that works for you. Connect to your breath. Take 2 deep and slow breaths. And then on your next exhale, sink your hips back, round your body forward, round spine, round spine, round spine, round spine, round spine. As small as you can make yourself. Come into a ball. Your hands can be by the ground or behind you like a bird or a plane or something that's flying. Play with the hand shapes. Play with your balance. Can you sink the left knee a little bit lower? And then on your next inhale, slowly round up, grow. Arms up, gaze up. Take a big inhale. Exhale. Lift the right knee up. Lift it higher, as high as it goes. And then slowly with an exhale, sink it back, high lunge. Tap the ground. Bend both your knees, curl into this little ball. Inhale, open up, crescent lunge. Find your stance, find your integration, maybe touch your belly. Make sure you have a nice and straight spine. And then with an exhale, slowly lower the right hand down. Left hand lifts, easy twist. Try to straighten your right knee. Try to sink your left hip down. Find a line between your left fingers and your right hand. And then slowly from here, push into your right hand and step the left leg back, coming into a side plank. Push into your right fingers and your right hand. If you want extra challenge, lift the left leg up. Look down to your toes. Is your body in a nice straight line, or are you doing the banana? Please don't do the banana. Take the last breath. And then exhale slowly, left hand down, plank pose. Lower the knees, drop the belly, Push back, active child. Inhale, roll forward. Lift the knees, downward facing dog. 5 breaths. For 1. For 2. For 3. Soften to your chest. Find a little bit more space in your sternum. Lengthen your ribs apart from one another. Breathe all the way down into your lower belly. Last breath. On the next inhale, lengthen, look forward. Do a hop, a step, or a jump. Halfway lift, straighten that spine and the legs. And then exhale, release, fold. Soft knees as your spine ravels up towards the ceiling. Arms lift, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 breaths. For 1. And for 2. Shift your weight onto your right foot. Inhale, the left knee comes up. Have a wiggle, get that floppy fish. Forwards and backwards, all the ways. And then place your foot just on top of your knee, over the knee, sorry, not on top of the knee. Just like we did before. And I actually use my toes to really get an extra grip. And then hands by the side. And play with straightening and bending that right knee. Notice how that feels, how you feel more stable. Also have a little boogie with the hips. Like make this yours. Imagine you're this beautiful bamboo tree. Yeah, if I come and push you, you'd be like, I got this. And then slowly you can inhale the arms up, gaze up, close your eyes. And if you did it on the other side, please do a backflip again. And if you wiggle and fall, that's totally cool. Like I can't hold this either. I'm actually having eyes open. Take a big inhale. And then with a big sigh, exhale, fold forward, round through your spine. Bend your right knee. This allows you to sink the hips further back. Arms out behind you or by the side. Imagine you're this beautiful bird or plane if that's more your groove. And then inhale, lift up. One more time, lift the gaze, close the eyes, extra challenge, maybe even a back bend. Oof, get creative. And then come to center. Left knee lifts. Exhale slowly back. You can go through a warrior 3 if you like. Tap the left toes to the ground, bend both knees, crouch. Showing this as if you're like ready for a sprint. Arms behind you as you inhale, roll up. Crescent lunge, exhale, sink the knees. Inhale, lift, straighten the legs. And then exhale, left hand comes down. Inside of right foot. Right hand lifts up. Easy twist. Not that easy. Straighten the left knee. Sink the hips a little bit lower. Maybe open your chest, lean into the space behind you. Breathe. Can you breathe from the top of your nose all the way down to your left toe? Try to notice this long line. This long line, that's your body. On the next exhale, push through your left hand. Slowly, the right leg back. Keep it lifted for extra challenge. Lift the second leg for extra challenge. Ah. And I love to extend my hand over my head instead of up. I just feel it creates more length and opening through my right side body. But really, you just want to breathe here. Maybe check out your toes. Look at your not banana shape. And enjoy for a little longer. You got it. Stay with me. Oof, and then exhale slower than you'd like. Right hand down, plank pose. Lower the knees, drop the belly. Active child pose. Inhale, round forward. Shoulders over wrists, knees lift, downward facing dog. Oof. 3 long breaths here. For 1. For 2. And the last breath. Lengthen, look forward. Hop, step, or jump. Halfway lift. Sigh it out, release. Roll it up. All the way to standing, gentle back bend. Exhale, hands to the heart. Samastiti. Cool. We're gonna do something similar. So weight on the left leg, right knee comes up. And now you have options. So you can either grab the outside of your right knee and then come into, this is probably the best angle, come into this twist. Or if you want more, you can grab the outside of your right foot with the hand and come into this sort of a twist. Yeah, so your choice. Get ready, knee up, lift it a little bit higher, it's less distance to grab. Left hand outside of right foot. Bend your knee, sink your hips back as you extend, and then straighten the leg, the left leg. Your right knee doesn't need to be straight. I know this is challenging. If you're wiggling and falling, that's totally cool. Try to find your breath, find ease. For 3, lift the leg higher. For 2, straighten the left leg. For 1, release the hand, don't drop the leg, keep the leg up, keep it up, straighten, lift, inhale. And then exhale, release it back, come to a warrior 3 if you like. And then slowly the right leg drops, bend the knees, roll into a ball. Inhale, open. And sink down. 2 breaths. Last one. And then exhale the right hand down. Left arm up. Exhale the left hand down, outside of left foot. Right arm lifts up towards the sky. Exhale down. Step the left leg back, high plank. Lower the knees. Drop the belly. Roll back. Soften through your spine. Inhale, come forward. Lift the knees. Push back, down dog. Inhale for 1. Inhale for 2. Inhale for 3. On your next inhale, lengthen, look forward. Hop, step, or jump. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up to standing, roll through your spine. Gentle back bend if you like. Exhale, hands to the heart or by your side. 2 breaths. Ground through your feet. Run your breath from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head, up and down. On the next inhale, lift the left knee up. Lift it higher. Bend the right knee, sink the hips back. Slowly grab the outside of the foot or the knee, your choice. Slowly extend. Twist to your left. If you want to do mudra hands, go for it. But most importantly, breathe. If you want to push yourself, lift the leg a little bit higher. 3, 4, 2, 4, 1. Slowly release the leg. Keep it high, straighten it, push. You got it. 3, 2, 1. Woof. Exhale, sink it back. Warrior 3, if you like, lengthen to your spine. Open your chest, look forward. Oof, yes, please. Exhale, drop the left leg. Round the spine. Inhale. Go big and proud. 2 breaths. Exhale. Inhale. Straighten and drop the left hand. Easy twist. Right hand lift, straighten the left leg, drop the hips a little bit lower, breathe. Try to run the breath from the tip of your nose all the way down to your left toes. And then on your next exhale, right hand outside of right foot. Come onto the inside of your left foot, left heel maybe drops as left arm reaches up. Super nice. Run your right knee forward as the outside of your left foot pushes into the ground. Yes, you got it. And then slowly left hand down. Without a sound, step the right leg back. Cool, I didn't hear anything. Maybe because you're on mute. Knees to the ground. This is your last one. Go super slow or go really fast. I like to go slow. And then stay here in down dog for 5 breaths. Relax your neck. Roll through your shoulders. Soften. Two more breaths. And then slowly on an inhale, lengthen, look forward. Jump through your hands. Come to a seat. Give yourself a wiggle. Give yourself a shake. And then bring your right knee in. Maybe I'll do this angle, it's probably better. Wrap your hands around your right knee. Push that right knee forward. Notice how that, if I'm in here, this lengthens my spine. My right foot is lifted. And then a left hand outside of right foot. You maybe recognize this pose. Right hand behind you. Extend the leg. Try to keep your back straight as you have a gentle twist over to your right. Stay here for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Try to grab the outside of your right foot if you can. 2, 1. And slowly release. Bring the right foot on the outside of your right hip. I'm going to turn around. If this feels very uncomfortable on your knee, bring it out to the side, or maybe even bring the foot on the inside of your left thigh. But if this feels fine, then stay with this. Push your right knee into the ground as you bring your hands behind you and you lift up, and you want to lengthen through the front of your right hip flexor. And try and open through your shoulders and create this openness through all of your front body. And especially from your left shoulder to your right knee. And push your hip forward for 2, for 1, and release. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. Try and bring your belly towards your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen to your spine. Exhale, release and fold. For 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5. Inhale, slowly lift up. And bring the right leg forward. Give it a wiggle, give it a shake. Left knee, bring it in. Wrap your hands around the left knee. Lift the foot, push it forward, straight spine. Right hand outside of your left foot, grab it. Left hand comes behind me, bring it close to your bum, create stability. Draw your right toes towards yourself. Twist to the left and slowly extend the leg. The extended leg is the least important thing. I know we always love to focus on these fancy things, but I'd much rather you be integrated and strong through your spine and through your right leg than the left leg straight. Breathe. For 3, for 2, for 1, and slowly release. Left heel outside of your left hip. Maybe do the same modification, or maybe this side feels different. Left knee, push it down. Actually, the left shin as well. Left knee, shin, and even the foot. Push all of this down into the ground. Hands behind you. Lift up through your hip. Try to notice your right shoulder to your left hip. You can even think about pointing your right toes. This creates a little bit more tension. Left knee and left foot, push it into the ground. And then slowly exhale, release. Arms lift up. Integrate your belly. Exhale, fold forward. Belly to thighs. Hands come forward. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, release. For 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 5. Inhale, lift up. And extend the left leg forward. Give it a little shake. And we're going to just do a round of twisting. So bring the right knee over your left one more time. And you can decide to keep the left leg straight, or you can bend it and bring it back. So the right foot is on the outside of your right hip. You want to ground both of your sitting bones down. So if you notice that your right hip is really lifted, I do recommend that you bring that left leg straight again, because you really actually want to be grounded through both of your hips. So be your own judge, your own teacher. Inhale, arms go up. And then exhale, twist to the left. You can either bring the elbow outside of the knee. That's the kind of official version. I like to draw the right knee in and think about straightening your spine. And see if you can create some softness in this pose. Instead of just pushing and twisting as much as you can you take 10% out? And try to feel a little bit more instead of push and force and all that nonsense. Try to breathe. And maybe you notice that if you change the attitude towards your body, then your body will become really happy and suddenly things start to loosen and relax. For 3, for 2, for 1, slowly release. Come to the center. Now we're going to try this thing. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Hands over to your left. Left side is where your heart is, yeah? Lift up your hips. Circle, 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 circle. Walk behind you, walk behind you. Come back forward. Ooh. Maybe this worked, maybe it didn't work. Left knee should be over the right. Come to straight. And maybe this hip is different. Maybe now my hip is not on the ground. Then I do again recommend to straighten. If you're nice and grounded, take an inhale, lift your arms up. And then exhale, twist over to your left. Find your variation that works. And again, see if you can take 10% out. Or maybe even 20, really. Try to just soften for a little bit. And notice what your mind is telling you, or notice the reaction in your body or your head when I said 10% back. Is it like, no, I want to get further, I need to do more? Like, notice what you say and what your reaction is to this. What is the attitude that you bring to the practice? What is your practice all about? For 3 more long and soft breaths. Taking your last one. And then slowly releasing. Extend your legs out in front of you. Give yourself a wiggle and a shake. Wrap your knees in close. Give yourself a squeeze. And roll onto your back. Have a few rocks forwards and backwards if that feels nice. And for the last 2 poses, I'm going to give you options. So you can either come into a shoulder stand, which is this one here. You can come into happy baby. You can come into a twist, and then a twist on the other side. Or do something that really works for you. I'm gonna cue 1 minute and 1 minute. So if you're doing the sides, so you know when to switch. And after that, we'll be coming into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So whatever you do, wherever you are, breathe. And you have a minute about now. So if you're doing the twists, it's probably a good time to switch. And try to slow down your breath. Make it a bit softer. Let your mind relax as you relax your body. And then slowly start to make your way into your final resting pose, Shavasana. And if you feel like you need a little bit longer of chilling out and doing a couple more stretches, a couple more gentle exercises, then that's cool. Feel free to stay and continue where you're at. But if you've made your way to Shavasana, the invitation is to take one big last inhale. Hold it for a moment, and then with a big fat sigh, release. And then let your entire body sink down into the ground. And again, if you want to stay longer in your Shavasana, please remain where you are for as long as you like. But trying to keep this within an hour. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Gently draw your awareness back into your body. And when you're ready, start to move the tiniest finger in the tiniest way. Just be really curious about how these first few movements feel. And then slowly allow the whole body to move. Maybe your hands come over your head, the feet together. And like a cat waking up in the morning sun, you give yourself a gentle, juicy stretch. And in your own way, in your own time, come and join me at the front of the mat in a seat if you like. And let's take another 3 to 5 breaths in stillness. Just noticing how your body feels and how your mind feels. The fabric on your skin, the temperature in the room. Just be with whatever is most alive in your awareness right now. But be with the body and be with the present moment. And finally, I think the most important thing of this class is that attitude that you bring towards the practice. And maybe it's good that you take a moment to reflect on why and what brought you to the mat today or in general. Is it because you want to become more present, stronger, more flexible, whatever it is? What was your intention? Because sometimes it's so easy to get lost in just doing, achieving, getting there, that we sometimes forget what actually brought us to this practice and brought us to the mat. What does the practice mean to you? And then slowly on your next inhale, lift your arms up towards the sky. Palms together so they touch. Draw the hands down to your midline, your central channel. Rest your thumbs against your heart. Notice the beat of your heart. From my heart to yours. Om Namaste. And thank you so very much.